Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm your name, and we're diving deep into the markets today, where the action is and how it impacts your investments and your money. Let's be real. This week on Wall Street has been anything but boring. We're talking trade wars, tech chaos, billion-dollar ambitions from Netflix, and even Trump stirring up pressure on the Fed. There's a lot happening. And if you're an investor or just curious about the financial world, you're in the right place. Trust me, you don't want to miss this recap. So let's get into it. Next up, let's talk tech. Now, chip stocks have been under a lot of pressure recently, especially with all these trade issues. But there's more going on here than just tariffs. The US has decided to require special licenses for tech companies like Nvidia and AMD to export their latest chip technology to China. What's crazy about this is that these chips are the backbone of everything, from smartphones to high-powered computers to artificial intelligence. So, when the US starts limiting tech exports, the whole industry feels it. Nvidia's stock dropped 7% this week, and that's not something you want to miss if you're following the chip market. But at the same time, these companies are still the leaders in their fields. So even with these bumps, they could be long-term winners if they play their cards right. The bottom line here is, there's both risk and opportunity. All right, let's take a break from the chips and talk about something huge. Netflix, a $1 trillion company. That's big. Right now, Netflix is worth about $400 billion, so they plan on growing that by 2.5 times. How? They're doubling down on content, original series, movies, documentaries, and they're also bringing in new revenue streams, especially through ad-supported tiers. It's an ambitious plan, but with its massive user base and content production machine, Netflix is setting itself up for an even bigger future. If they can pull this off, it'll be a game changer for investors. So the question is, can they do it? And what does that mean for Netflix's stock price in the coming years? But we're not done yet. There's one more piece to this week's puzzle: Trump versus the Fed. It's no secret that former President Trump isn't a fan of high interest rates. And this week, he was back at it, calling for the Federal Reserve to lower rates faster. Now, why does this matter? The Federal Reserve controls the rates that influence everything from mortgages to car loans to savings accounts. And if they cut rates, it could be great for the economy, at least in the short term. But there's a balancing act here. Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, is playing the long game, making sure inflation stays under control, while Trump is pushing for a quicker rate cut. If you're investing, this could impact everything from your portfolio to your pocketbook. So, what do you think? Will the Fed cave to the pressure or stick to their plan? And last but certainly not least, we can't forget about American Express, which had an awesome earnings report this week. They're continuing to crush it, showing solid growth in revenues and profits. They're also seeing a surge in customer spending, especially in the high-end credit card market. So, if you've been watching the financial sector, Amex's performance is definitely something to consider, especially for long-term investors. The key takeaway here is, legacy financial companies like Amex are still solid performers, even while tech stocks are getting shaken up by all this global uncertainty. Now here's the big question. What do all these events mean for you as an investor? Well, there's risk and there's opportunity. Markets are a roller coaster, and it can be tough to predict which way they'll swing. But if you're ready to dive into investing, now's the time to get started. If you are new to the world of investing, or just looking for a simpler way to manage your portfolio, I recommend checking out the Freedom 24 app. It makes investing accessible. And they've got a special offer where you can sign up using my referral link to get a free share. worth up to $700. That's right, a free stock. Not a bad way to kick off your investing journey, right? Oh, and if you are also curious about building other income streams online, beyond just investing, don't forget to grab your free ebook, The New Age Entrepreneur's Guide to Earning Online. It's packed with practical advice on everything from freelancing to affiliate marketing, and it's totally free for you to download. So, hit the link in the description for that as well. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about this week's Wall Street drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more market insights. See you in the next video.